Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Dr. Ghost and today we are going to be playing some more World of Warships Legends. This time we are in the HMS Nelson, or the Nelson W, Tier 6 Premium British Battleship. I did get this thing out of a crate, yeah, I actually haven't done a Nelson review or taken a look at the Nelson in like 2 to 3 years. I have a really old cringy Nelson video that I posted a long time ago, and yeah, I guess we're just coming on here doing a little redo, and yeah, so nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look at the upgrades in Loadout. We're running Aiming Systems Mod 2, we're running Propulsion Mod 2, and we're running Concealment Systems Mod 1. For the Loadout, we have high explosive shells, and we have some armor-piercing shells. We have some standard damage control parties, and we have 2 repair parties. And these are not just any ordinary repair parties. These are the phenomenal British reprint your ship, aka the super heals that they are quite notorious for. Not all of them have them, but Nelson is one of these British battleships that actually has a super heal. So usually this heal is only useful if you take a bunch of high explosive damage. This heal here doesn't really heal Citadel damage, and it doesn't heal as much AP damage. What it does heal is lots and lots of high explosive damage. So yeah, hopefully in the gameplay portion from the live stream that I got, you guys should see maybe a little bit of that super heal action. But anyway. And finally, we do have some enhanced secondary targeting consumables. This really isn't too useful. I wish that Wargaming would add the ability to like change this on a lot of ships over to like a fighter or a spotter, but that's just me. We're running the Holiday Collection flag. The reason why I'm running this is because, well, it's just a nice little winter winter flag, so I just threw that on there since it's one of my winter ships. And finally, we're running the Winter Nelson camouflage that the ships comes with, and it looks really good in my opinion. I think it looks really sexy, very nice and sleek camo. I really do like it. The art department is always pulling constant W's, so gotta love that. And now for the specs. We have 59,400 hit points here. And our armor, we got 9 through 406 millimeters of armor with a 19% torpedo damage reduction. For the artillery, we have 9 16-inch 406mm Mark 1 45 caliber guns. These shoot out to 18.3 kilometers on my build with a 27.7 second reload. My 180-degree turn time on these turrets is about 32.7 seconds. So it's not horrible. I mean, they do traverse just fine. And yeah. Now for the HE shells. The HE shells on this freaking boat are unbelievably nasty, okay? You do not want to be on the receiving end of a Nelson. Let's just put it that way. The high explosive potential with this fucking ship, pardon my language, but I gotta curse here. The fucking HE on this thing, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, oh my god. You guys will most likely see a little bit of that, or quite a bit of that, actually, in the gameplay portion, okay? You got a 46% fire chance. That's right, a 46% fire chance with a 6,900 maximum HE shell damage there. And I'm not even fully built into the HE. Like, I'm not even running Azraelane Nelson. If I actually had Azraelane Nelson, oh my god, I could only fucking imagine, okay? And yeah, for the AP shells now, the AP is pretty decent. I believe it is short fused armor piercing, so it's not like the best in terms of penetration, but this armor piercing can actually absolutely destroy cruisers and whatnot, and battleships that decide to go broadside. The AP is pretty good. So overall, the guns on the Nelson are phenomenal. They are fantastic. 13,200 maximum AP shell damage, of course. So, yeah, that's with a Citadel. In case you guys don't know, the maximum damage for your HE and your AP, that's if you get a Citadel hit. Usually, you're going to be getting, like, penetrations and whatnot, so you're probably only going to do, like, a quarter to half of that with a shell, so keep that in mind. And now, finally, for the secondary armament, we have 6 120mm 5-inch guns, shoot out to 5.2 kilometers with a 5-second reload. And the HE shell maximum damage on those secondaries is about 1,700 with an 8% chance of setting fires. If you're having to use your Nelson secondaries, you're either playing the ship wrong or you're in one of those oh shit scenarios. You know what I'm saying? And we also do have some 6-inch secondaries as well. You've got quite a few of them. They shoot out to 5.2 kilometers with a 12-second reload and a 2150 maximum HE shell damage with a 9% chance of setting fire. So the secondaries, you do have them, but you should not have to be using them or depending on them, okay? Now for the AA defense. The AA is okay. It's not great. Carriers will feast on you, so just beware. You do have some defense, though. You got about an average of maybe like 270, 280 AA damage per second, so yeah. You do have a shitload of 20mm Orlikins. You got a bunch of 40mm Vickers, 2-pounder Mark 8s, and you have a bunch of 120mm secondaries. Your secondaries count as AA guns as well. They are dual-purpose secondaries, okay? Now for the maneuverability. The Nelson is a little bit sluggish. It is a little sluggish in terms of speed. On my build currently, we got about a 21.6 knot speed. For the turning circle radius, we got about 750 meter turning circle. It actually feels a lot more, you know, maneuverable when I'm actually playing for some reason. It turns actually pretty well. I don't know why. It feels like it. And the rudder shift is about 15.5 seconds, okay? So yeah, the maneuverability is a little clunky, but it's not like horrible or anything. It's just fine, alright? And now for the concealment. We've got 12.5 kilometer concealment on the sea. We have 10.5 by air. We got 2 guaranteed with 14.1 while firing in smokes. And yeah, here's the armor. So the armor viewer. You do have a 25mm bow and stern. So anything with 15-inch guns. So anything with 381s, 380s, so like Bayerns, Bismarcks, Repulses, anything with 15-inch guns or bigger will overmatch you. So what you want to be doing is a little bit of the Dreadnought Shuffle-Roni, okay? You want to be basically having ships shoot at your bow and then swing out to hopefully get those guns to hit your belt. You have very, 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 very good belt armor, okay? That's a lot of varies, I know. So you have some 32mm side plating for the torpedo protection. If you take that away, you also have a bunch of armor belt. You got 32mm of armor belt, and I believe if we go take a look at this here, the Citadel armor belt, you got about 300mm of armor. So overall, the armor belt here is phenomenal. You have a very good armor belt. So what you want to be doing, get people to bait. Basically, you want to bait their shells. You want to kind of get them to shoot at your bow, then swing out, okay, and hope to God that they hit your belt. Taking away that, you got some superstructure, you got quite a bit of it, so HE spam is pretty prevalent in this ship. High explosive will rip you apart, okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind there. The gun armor is not the greatest, actually. It's still okay, but I do find myself getting my guns knocked quite a bit, so just be careful with that. And the Citadel is very, very exposed, okay? As you guys can see here. So do not get caught broadside to anything with big guns. So anything with, like, shit. Anything with big guns. You don't want to be getting caught broadside, because you have a very, very, very exposed Citadel, okay? As you guys can see here, it is well above the waterline. Shells can and will Citadel you. Even under that cheek there, you have a very exposed bow side plating as well, as you guys can see. So it's not uncommon for 16-inch guns to penetrate that armor and go straight into that Citadel, okay? So you do got to be careful with the Nelson. But if you can manage to actually get good, I say that, but no, if you guys can manage to angle just fine, and you will be just fine, okay? It's that simple. And now, finally, for the last thing we're going to take a look at before we move on to the gameplay is the commander. We are running Andrew Cunningham. Okay, for our inspirations, we got Paulo de Revel, and we have John Arthur I'm just going to call him John Fisher. Okay, John Fisher. The reason why I'm running these two guys is because they give me extra reload. I want to be able to reload these giant 16-inch high-explosive nukers, okay, as fast as humanly possible. So I do like to have the reload inspirations. The Nelson is pretty accurate by itself, usually, so yeah. For the base trait, we have Concentrated Devastation. We have Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Marksmanship, Reaching Out XXL, and the good old classic Skill to Rebuild, aka Will to Rebuild. And yeah, he is a legendary 3 rank 16 captain. Now, I want to real quick settle something. A lot of people always go into my comments and say, Dr. Ghost, put on Fight Fire with Fire. No, I'm never going to put on Fight Fire with Fire, okay? Last month, and you know, I was running Fight Fire with Fire on a lot of my battleships, and I still burnt just as much, okay? I got set on fire after fire after fire. I burned just as much with fire with fire, okay? So no, I'm never going to put that back on ever again. I burn just as much. I don't care what anybody says, okay? I get caught on fire regardless. Yes, you do lose the ability to get set on a triple fire. You do get that put out. But either way, you're going to burn. No matter what, you're going to burn, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to run that good old classic Will of Rebuild to get more out of my HP. I want to get more out of my HP, my heals, and whatnot. And I want to be able to, when I'm near an ally, heal up a little bit of HP. Okay, that to me is more valuable. Play your ships however you want to play them. And I'm going to play my ships however I want to play them. If you want to run your anti-fire builds or whatnot, go right ahead. Go for it. I could give a shit less. I'm going to burn. That's just how it is. Okay? Anyway, moving on to the gameplay portion of today's video. I will give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. It is off my live stream. You guys should know by now, if you are a long-term viewer of the channel, that my live streams are quite unfiltered. So there will be some cussing, there will be some touchy things talked about, I'm sure. Okay, some touchy subjects, so deal with it. If you can't deal with it, pound sand and kick rocks, go watch somebody else. This is not a kid-friendly channel. Nonetheless, I will bring you guys over to the gameplay portion of today's video. I hope you all do enjoy it. We'll take out the Nelson W. I've been wanting a Nelson back. I had the Nelson, and I've been wanting it back, so I guess this will do. So far, I like it. I start classes again tomorrow, so I can't play too late. Oh, roger that. I just need to get some Athena reputation, or I need to get some Athena emissary, you know, value, or whatever it is. I want to get the cosmetics for the emissary shit. So, I'm sure we can do something there. I was playing with my friend the other day, and we got ganked. I mean, we were doing a Legend of the Veil voyage, and we had the thing done. We were about to get the Athena, and then out of nowhere, this brig that came over earlier near us absolutely shit on us. I mean, they rolled up on us. They rolled up on us. They fucking knocked down our sails, and I was trying to hit their fucking sails to knock them down, and I just could not fucking hit them. Like, I was trying to aim everywhere, and I couldn't hit them. I mean, usually I'm a good fucking shot. And I just could not fucking hit their sails. And they hit our sails every single time. They were just cracked. They were just cracked, and there was nothing we could have done. And we got boarded, and then my friend got killed, and I got killed, and then we just sank. It was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. There's a lot of fucking good Sea of Thieves players now. It's like hard to find a lobby where you got people your skill level. I mean, like Fluid, you gotta put this in perspective. We ran into people with like 300,000 gamer score, okay? We ran into a guy that had 400 days played on Sea of Thieves. There was a guy we ran into that had 400 days played. 400 days played on a video game. It's insane. We would run into, like, the fucking legends of that game, bro. Like, unbelievable. I've never seen somebody with 300,000 gamer score before. Like, that was incredible. And then there was a guy we ran into with, yeah, fucking 400 days clocked on the game. Like, for example, my longest playing game here is World of Warships Legends. And I only have 200 days played. That guy plays, like, Sea of Thieves religiously.
Problem solved, sir.
Sea of Thieves has been out for 5 years? 6 years?
Torpedoes direct front.
It came out in 2018, so yeah, about 5 years. So that guy's literally been playing for, like... I can't, dude. 400 days played is crazy. And I've got like 60 days played, almost 70 days played on Sea of Thieves. So, yeah, it was pretty fucking rough, man. I mean, it's basically cyberbullying at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just getting pummeled. It was not fair. We got like 5 minutes on it. Yeah, it came out in 2018. I think I became a pirate legend in like August of 2018. I don't even remember. It's so long ago now. But I used to be really good at Sea of Thieves. I still kind of am. It's just when I get into lobbies with players that are like, that play every day, I can't do anything. Like, I can put up a fight, but when they board me and blunder me, and there's nothing I can do. Like, it's just, it's over. It's like, there's nothing you can do about it. These guys hit their shots every time they shoot. They're like, Sea of Thieves needs to have a fucking esports because goddamn, the player base on that game is insane. There's the occasional, like, you know, crew you run into that isn't very good. That's when the fucking game is fun, when it's somewhat balanced for a controller user, but yeah. Gotta love day one tryhards targeting first-time players. I mean, I'm not a first-time player. I've been playing the game for, like, since it came out as well. But I haven't played it religiously. Like, I don't have 200 days played on it. Like, some people do. I have 67 days played, I think. And I just go around, grind, and sometimes get into fights. But it seems like almost all the fights I get into, it's up against people that are really fucking good. So it just kind of like, it's not as fun as it once was. I remember back in the day when I could be in a sloop and roll up on forts and have an awesome battle with people and everybody was kind of the same skill level. It was fun. Super fun back in the day. Now it's just kind of like lots of tryhards. It's pretty wild. It's wild. Yeah. So, and it is a pirate game. I don't really get too mad. If my loot gets stolen, it's a pirate game, so I don't care, but what I do care about is getting, like, up against people that are, like, absolutely fucking god tier at the game. And there's like nothing you can do. It's basically like finessing me, dude. I have no chance. I citadelled him with HE through the stern. Yeah, Nelson HE is so fucking disgusting. Goodbye.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
This battleship is so consistent. Forgot to say that. I love consistent battleships. There's just not many of them these days. That's the reason I don't like PvP. I take the PvP a little less seriously now these days. It's just too much. Like, if you want to have fun in, like, Call of Duty, you gotta play every day of your life, and you gotta dedicate so much time to being good at it. So, and I don't care. I'm not about to dedicate my whole life to COD, okay? Or Fortnite. Fuck that. Let's see if we can't get a triple fire or something. It's an AFK resistance, so I want to see if I can farm him. Okay, just, you know, nothing. That works too. Fucking 10-foot jukes box aliens, man. That's funny. I got done watching this Netflix movie with Bill Burr. Oh my god, Bill Burr is so fucking funny. I love his no bullshit attitude. It's fucking great. He just does not give a fuck. It's hilarious. Let's go for the quad fire, baby. Yeah, I've played Far Cry 5. I haven't really... I didn't get super into it, but I did play it. I did play it. Thank you, Resistance, for being AFK. Because, you know, this is nice damage farm for me. Really nice. Really nice. Hey, Vanta crew. There it
We
is.
sank their battleship.
Far Cry 4. Oh, I remember that. That was the first Far Cry I think I ever played. It actually might have been... It might have actually been like Far Cry Primal or Far Cry 3. I think I played those two before Far Cry 4. I don't remember. Now that I think of it, Far Cry Primal came out after Far Cry 4, didn't it? Far Cry 4 came out 2014. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did play Far Cry 3.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Do you know the definition of insanity? Legends, World of Warships Legends. That's the definition. You want to go crazy? If you want to go crazy, take this game seriously. You will go crazy. Yeah, I didn't play Far Cry's to play the stories. You gotta keep in mind, I was like a kid. I played them for shooting things. I was shooting things up in Far Cry. I could have cared less about the story. Same with GTA. The first time I played GTA, I just fucking played them for the shooting, man. That shit's fun. You know?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Fire.
Alright. Shoot again. No, you don't want to shoot again? Okay. That's fine. There he is.
Direct front. Torpedoes direct front. Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, we eat those. We take those torpedoes. We take those torpedoes for fucking breakfast, baby.
Problem solved.
Am I about to get a Kraken the second game in? Is it gonna be one of those fucking nights? Where I actually have fun? What? No way. I'm actually having fun. Oh my god. It's crazy. I'm actually having fun on the ship game because my shit's working. This kill is so gonna get yoinked though. Like, I might try to load the AP, so I'm gonna shoot this last gun. Load the AP. Load the armor piercing. Well, we gotta say it in a British accent. Load the armor piercing. It's a British boat. Yeah, shoot my belt. Shoot my fucking belt. Yeah, buddy. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whacking! Let's go! Nelson, baby. You know what? I think I'm going to use that as a video for tomorrow. we might do a Nelson review, because my old Nelson review was kind of cringe. You know, 14-year-old Dr. Ghost. Oh god, or 15? I might have been like 15 in that video. Yeah, I don't like my old videos. But yeah,
Hey,
not a fucking
new
bad game at
subscriber.
all. 136,000 damage, Dreadnought, Kraken Unleashed. I think it was a fire, what was that, an arsonist? Yeah, and a high caliber. We did get like, you know, 60k of that damage off like a fucking AFK, you know, ship. But that's their problem. That's their problem. You're AFK, that's a you problem. Yep, I used up all my RNG, so, yep, that's it. Y'all, you have a good one. Peace. No. Well, I guess for the YouTube people, though, that are watching the video, if you did enjoy this video and the Nelson, I guess that'll probably be going up. If you did, make sure to go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think of Nelson. I guess the Nelson W, right? We'll just call it the Nelson, because it's like the only Nelson I have now. So, anyway, peace out, stay healthy, as always.